Hi, welcome back to the channel and part 2 of Alice in Wonderland. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, I'd appreciate it if you give me a like, thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Now, I don't know how loud the wind is going to be picked up on this volume thing, so what I might do, I'll still talk through it, because if the wind isn't too bad then I'll leave the video as it is. If the wind is too strong and too loud, what I'll do is I'll just remove all sound and I'll do a recording. I'll do a screen recording of just my head and I'll talk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. That's really interesting because I've never done that before. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now, I did promise I'd show you the nails. Now I've had to nail most of it down anyway because I didn't want bits picking up in the wind and landing in the pool and then ending up in the filter. So basically what I've done, I've left this bit here as you can see. So what I do is each corner, the nails go in quite easily into the sand, mainly because this is soft. If it was all compacted you'd feel it resisting, but once it compacts that'll grip around that nail. As I said, I don't know if you can actually see how it's twirled, so it's not just a straight nail, so that should work as a grip. It's like proper tent pegs that have got the ridges, so it actually grips. If you've got a straight, perfectly smooth tent peg, it's not going to hold in. So what I do is I make sure all my corners, that one's got one in it, no it's not, so that one needs doing. I can only bash so long with my right hand. So that's that corner done. That corner needs doing. I popped that lid on top, I realise now. That was a bit harder because it's going through 2 layers of grass for the overlay plus the newspaper underneath it. Same up here. Now you're probably wondering why I've got a black hole up there. This is actually my rabbit hole. It's where the white rabbit pops up into Wonderland. Okay, now also here I've left that straight, so it's going across the blocks. I did manage to do a little bit around, didn't do a very good job of it. All I did was put the grass against it, bent it in, ran a piece of chalk around, which really wasn't the best, but until I can get myself some decent left-handed scissors for cutting, there's not a lot I can do about that. So this bit here I've left straight. It does need to be cut around here. So what I will do is I'll pop some nails in back from where the blocks are, and that'll just keep that in place, stop it lifting up in the wind. That one is about there. I'll leave that back there for now until I can get this cut off. So what I did was I went along at different intervals and popped some nails in. Now where I've got this join, remember I was joining it with tape. I'm going to pop the nail in there, mainly because you don't want these bits lifting up and pulling away from the tape eventually. becomes like an indoor mat. It'll curl on the sides, which you don't want happening. Okay, so I can finish the rest of that off later on. You don't need to be seeing that. So now for bringing down Alice. I'm going to move the camera along and see how much space I've got between the edge of the pool and here. I think I'm going to be able to, you can see I've got the Queen and her guards. Whoops.
Hi, just had to pop in to say I stopped that video there right then, because when as I'm going through the editing, I realised half the garden was missing, so I'm putting statues in and you can't even see what I'm doing, so I'll stop it there. And of course, yeah, the wind wasn't very helpful either, so I did go back and redo it. I took everything away and I started again, so that bit is now coming up.
Hi, so here we are now, all the grass is down. The little bit at the back, I decided I had some pavers that were 300 by 300 square. I was going to use those, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to put these in, and what I might do is I might get another square of this, and then I can put it over the top of the bricks to hide them so it looks neater. And then what will happen is I'll be able to put statues on there and it'll look a little bit neater. But for now, I'm going to show you all the statues. See, can I get them all in place? So first off, we've got the Queen of Hearts. These are starting to look like they need another paint job or a little touch up. The problem is the birds come and peck at them and pecks the paint off. So I'll put the Queen of Hearts there, and then we've got her guards. So we've got the Ace of Spades, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, and the Ace of Diamonds. Now the Queen is quite partial to a game of croquet. You know, croquet mallets are usually flamingos. So I've got two little pink flamingos. This one's actually got nails on it that I do hammer into the ground. This one, it's lost its nails, so I've got to glue some more on. For now, though, they can just stand there, and let's hope that no crows come and take them. Okay, so I'll bring those forward and put them down here somewhere. Now the next thing that goes down is, where is it here? We have Alice's, or the Mad Hatter's tea party. You can see the table's got cups and teapots and cakes and all sorts on it, including the Cheshire Cat. And around that table sits, get all the dirt off. We've got the Mad Hatter. The White Rabbit with his clock, making sure he's not too late for an important date. Surrounded by lots of books. He's a reader. And of course, can't have Alice in Wonderland without Alice. Her paint's coming off as well. I'll put Alice over there for now. Now, remember I had the black this was for the white rabbit when he pops out of the hole to enter into Wonderland. Here's my white rabbit, and he actually has a lantern that's a solar light. I'm charging the battery in it at the moment to see if it still works. If it does, I'll hang it back on there, and then I'll get a photo at night with it lit up. Now also, with Alice in Wonderland, we have March hare. Now when I bought the other pieces, I bought a few at a time because they came from England, from a company called Hidden Corners, and of course they're really heavy stone, which made the postage quite expensive. So I was only ordering a few at a time, and they didn't have the March hare at that time on their website, so he was a late order. So he's there with his signposts, and the tea party is that way. We've got this way, wrong way, that way, don't be late, and on the back you've got different ones. You've got this way, Mad Hatter, where when it's that way, the Mad Hatter's actually that way. Tea time is actually pointing that way instead of that way. Follow the white rabbit points over there, and then this one says that way. And you'll see the clock has all sorts of weird numbering. It's covered in mulch from the last garden it was in. Also with Alice, we have a hooker smoking caterpillar. Now, I did try to put something from here to his mouth, to make it look like the tube for the hooker. Nothing would stick. It was too fine. So I can see these are all going to need another coat of paint. Okay, so this little guy I couldn't resist. He wasn't on the table in a teapot, so I bought him in a teapot. And what happened was, when the first one arrived, one of his ears had broken off in postage. So I contacted the company, Hidden Corners, and asked them did they have any idea, or give me some things that I could use to make my own ear to stick it back on, because I do have air dried clay and I didn't know if that would be any good. So they sent me an email with 3 different ways of doing it, and also informed me that the March hare was now available. So I ordered the March hare, and they sent me him as a complimentary gift for the stress of the other one breaking. I've still got the other one. I still haven't figured out how to do his ear to make it stick, but I've now got 2 teapots with the dormouse in them. So I'll pop that there for now. These will change position. I've got to get it sorted out, but just to show you what I've got, it's easy. Just put them down, have a look at them, and I've got to finish this bit of grassed area. And there's a few other things I'm going to be doing in this area as well. I got him. That's one dead fly that won't bother me again. And the last, of course, who wasn't actually in the first part of Alice in Wonderland. This was in the second story, is our Tweedledum and Tweedledee. So I just wanted to do this now while there's hardly any wind around, so at least you can hear me speak. And it sounds like there's a chopper now coming overhead. I don't know where he is. It's very overcast. Oh, there he is. Can't tell against the clouds what colour he is, if it's the yellow rescue one. So anyway, back to this. While there's no wind around, I wanted to get it done so you could hear me on the camera. The next 3 days apparently rain is forecast, so I'll see how I go. If I can get bits and pieces done, I will. Otherwise it might be a while now before I can get to doing this. I'll get this video up on Wednesday, no matter where I get to. If I get any further, I'll do some more video. If not, I'll put up what we've got and then we can do more later. If it's going to be raining, I've got jobs down at the bottom that I can do, which then I can put onto another video. Okay, so that's it for now. I think we will leave it at this until I can get this grass, which probably won't be until Thursday now. So I will see you on Wednesday night. And then we can sort out what's happening next week.
Hi. So that was the end of that video. I don't know if you've seen the short that I put up. It's the only one that I've done so far. I used my phone camera. It was so windy, I thought I might as well get in the pool and enjoy the water. And I videoed the trees so you could see how much the wind was blowing. And also, you might have noticed the pool cover. The wind was flapping it around. And when I was trying to do the video the other day, after that, when I did this bit that you've just watched, I went to move the camera further away to get more of the garden. So I moved the roller closer to the pool, and the cover kept falling into the pool. So we've got the Alice garden this week. Next Wednesday you're going to get to see a pool cover that I made. I did look them up online, and they're all for normal sized pools, and my pool's so small. So anyway, you get to see what I've done, how I did it, and I'll explain it all. So you can come back and watch that next week. But if you want to hang around for a little bit longer, I've actually got the photos of all my Alice statues from when I first ordered them. They began in August of 2021, and right through to painting. I've put pictures of the raw statues. The only one I didn't have raw was the March Hare. I don't know why I didn't take a raw picture of him. But all the others I've put up the raw photo, a front view and a back view, so you can see the paint colours and everything that I've put on them. And I've also popped the little dormouse with both his ears broken off, so you can have a look at him as well, only if you want to. Anyway, that's it for now. That's it for this week. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you give me a like and subscribe and share my channel with your friends if you think there's anybody out there that would be interested in seeing what I do and give them inspiration. And also I'll pop the link to the Hidden Corners online store. They're in the UK, but they do all sorts of different stone ornaments. They're all handmade. Have a look through it. It's a really interesting store, and they are great people. So anyway, that's it for this week. Bye for now.